everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Sephora sale and what I'm going to be buying. I think you guys might be surprised about some of the things that I'm going to be buying, what I'm not going to be buying. First things first, I want to let you guys know that this video is in collaboration with my friend Ashley LAMORA'S. She has a smaller channel. She just started YouTube a few months ago and I'm so excited to share her with you guys. She has a great channel and just very soft, elegant looks. She reviews newer products and does just a really great job. She actually sent me a package in the mail and it was so kind of her with all these fun goodies for me to try. She had heard that I had ran out of my IT Cosmetics brow pencil. So she was like, hey, I have an extra one. You want me to send it to you? And I was like, oh my gosh, really? But she was so kind and she sent me a nice big box of all these goodies and I just adore her. She's just a very sweet person and I am so excited to be collaborating with her on this video. Definitely head over to her channel. Her channel will be linked in the description box down below. You guys can see her Sephora sale pics. You guys know that I have done this video several times. I will link all of my previous sale videos in the description box. A lot of really good products in there that I kind of feel like are some of the best. So if you guys want to check those out, I will leave those linked in the description, but definitely head over to Ashley's channel and give her some love. She is one amazing girl and I am so incredibly honored to be sharing this platform with her. So let's get into the sales details. If you're a Rouge member, your sale will begin on April 17th. If you're a VIB member, your sale will start on April 21st. For insiders, your sale will start on April 23rd. Now, the sale code is Spring Save. And I will leave all this stuff linked in the description box down below so that you guys can just use it for reference. I always love Sephora sales and I normally kind of go buck wild. But in the economical issues that are going on in the world right now, I have decided to really be careful this sale and I have decided to kind of narrow it down to the things that I need and maybe the things that I need to stock up on. Maybe I'm almost empty on some things that I wear on a daily basis. That's what I'm going to be buying this sale. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel this sense of just kind of calming it down this sale season and just not buying as much. Personally, I just don't need that much. I really don't. I have a lot of makeup and I enjoy all of my makeup. I don't feel like I need to run out and grab a bunch of new things when I feel like the things that I have, they're good. I'm good. This sale, I am only going to be stocking up on number one, skincare, which I'm going to get into that in a minute. And then also some of the products that I use pretty much on a daily basis and I want to buy a backup. Normally when it comes to a sale, I like to buy backup products. Obviously the first product I'm going to be getting is a bottle of my Bobbi Brown. I just stocked up on this just recently. I think it was Nordstrom's. Oh, or maybe it was Neiman Marcus or Macy's. Oh my gosh, I can't remember, but there's a lot of places that have this buy one, get one free. And normally I will stock up on it. This is one of my favorite primers. And I feel like this is worth every dollar only because I pay $60 for it, but it lasts me 4 to 6 months. A lot of primers out there never last 4 to 6 months. And especially if you can get it on a buy one, get one free deal. I will definitely be buying a backup bottle of this. Now, Ashley and I also love this. She loves this as well. This is one of her favorite primers. It's just so good. I love the way my makeup melts into my skin with this primer. I had a lot of people ask me, what do you love most about that primer? There's two things. Number one, it keeps me moisturized throughout the day. But number two, the most important part is that it allows my foundation to blend directly into my skin. And it gives my foundation that natural foundation look. It kind of dilutes the foundation in a way to where it doesn't get like thick and cakey. It blends so beautifully over top of that primer that I feel like I get the most skin-like, if you will, application when I use this. So that's the number one reason why I love this. Ashley and I both also love the new palette from the Natasha Denona palette. This is the new Mini Retro. I love this little palette. This is just so dang cute. I've been wearing the heck out of it and it's just a really fun little palette and it's $25. You know, might as well take advantage of it if this is something that you've been wanting to pick up. Now, I'm going to be buying a backup of my Hourglass powder. This is my ride or die. And in fact, every time Sephora does those deluxe size samples of this powder, I grab them every single time. And then I just take the thing off and I put it down inside here. There's something magical about this powder. In fact, if you go back to my older videos, I hardly ever wore powder because I didn't like the crusty look that it gave my like dry normal skin until I found this powder. Once I started using this powder, this has just been like my saving grace. It gives me that smooth airbrushed look, but in a very soft way, and it's so dry skin friendly. One of the best translucent setting powders on the market. So I'm gonna definitely be buying a backup of this. I'm also going to be buying a backup of my Hollywood Flawless filter. I've almost been out of this for a while now. This is one of my favorite products. This is shade 5, which I love it, especially during the summer, but I'm thinking about buying shade 3. So I might be picking up shade 3 during the sale, just to have a lighter one to really put on the high points of my cheeks. Cause this one kind of blends into my skin. It's kind of the same shade as my skin. So I want to buy an extra bottle that is an actual highlighter. I'm also going to be buying a backup of my Charlotte Tilbury powder because you can tell I've hit pan and I can't go without this powder. This is something I have to have on backup. So that's my point, is it's like, I'm going to use this sale to take advantage and get the products that I need backups of. Like, I don't plan on buying anything in this sale that I don't need. I'm not going to be impulse buying a new bronzer just for the fun of it, or I'm not going to be buying, you know, a new blush just for the fun of it. Now, speaking of blush, I have to mention this. I'm sorry, I have to mention this. When I bought this palette, I didn't get the blush with it because I thought that this blush was already in the Bloom palette, but it's not. So I picked this up the other day and this is so beautiful. If you go to my video that I uploaded yesterday, the Hourglass video, I was actually wearing this blush. You guys, this blush is beautiful. Now I'm not wearing it today because it really didn't go with my look, but it's kind of a coral peachy shade with a hint of pink, but my gosh, is it beautiful. Like, my only regret is not buying this when I bought the palette. Such a beautiful blush. Now I don't feel too bad for doing it. It was, you know, it was $19, but I had to get it. I did. You know, I've been really good on not buying stuff on Sephora, so, you know, I'm going to pat myself on the back. Now, I'm also going to be picking up another bottle of my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. I love the mister on this. I love the smell of it. I love the way that it absorbs into the skin, but it doesn't make me look oily, doesn't make me look dewy. It just kind of gives my skin a soft glistened look, but without looking heavy or oily or anything like that. Such amazing. I am almost out of it and I am definitely gonna back up of this. Like, I need a backup, like, stat, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Now, you guys know that I love my TATCHA skincare, and during a sale is when I take advantage and stock up on my skincare products. So I have been out of the TATCHA Deep Cleanse and the cleansing oil for about 3.5 weeks, and I've been using some backup products that I have that I know that won't irritate my skin, because those are the things that I absolutely need. Like, I've been out and I've decided just to wait and buy them when they go on sale. So I'm going to be picking up the TATCHA Deep Cleanse. Now, because we're in the springtime and I've got through the winter, I'm not going to be buying a tub of the TATCHA Dewy Skin Cream, only because I don't need something that heavy now, because it's becoming, you know, we're getting close to getting to summer now. So I think I'm just going to buy a tub of the water cream, because normally I use the water cream during the summer and the dewy skin cream in the winter. I'm also going to be stocking up on this. This is my favorite. This stuff is bomb. So this is the TATCHA Camellia Nourishing Lip Balm, and I use this every single day. You guys don't see me do it just because, you know, I don't apply it on camera, but every single day, when I'm applying makeup, I use this. When I'm going to bed, I use this. I have one upstairs in my bathroom. So I'm going to be buying 2 of these, a backup for my makeup room and one for my bathroom. I have to. Like, this is something I need, you guys. Like, I mean, technically I probably don't need it, but you know, I need it. Next up, I'm going to be picking up an extra tube of the Anastasia Beverly Hills new mascara. I really like this mascara. This is a nice mascara. I really like this. So I want to get a tube of this. I got the small one just to try it. So I think I'm going to get the large one, even though I like to use the mini ones, because it seems like by the time I use the entire tube of it, on the bigger one, it's almost like it dries out before I have a chance to use it. But I really like this mascara, and I feel like it's a mascara that doesn't dry out as quickly as some of the others. So I'm going to risk it, and I think I'm going to buy a larger one of the full size of this mascara. But I really like this mascara. I'm kind of impressed with it, to be honest. I'm also going to get me one more of the brow blades. So I've been using this from IT Cosmetics. This is the Brow Powder Micro Pencil. I love this pencil. It only comes in one shade. It's so thin, and it gives me just small little hair strokes. But Ashley just sent me a brand new one, so I don't need to get me another one, but I'm going to be grabbing me another brow blade. So in order for me to get kind of the defined brow look, I love this brow blade. The only problem with the brow blades is that the shades are so dark. So I actually wear Taupe Trap, and the pencil is too light for me. Like, I can't use the pencil side, which kind of, Taupe Trap is dark, and it's supposed to be for like those with blonde hair. And I've tried the darker shades, and it's just way too dark on my brows. So Taupe Trap works really, really well for my skin tone and my hair color and all that. So I'm going to be getting me a backup of this, because once I started using this again, I loved the way my brows look. I feel like it gives that little bit more defined, and it also gives a little bit more of a natural hair stroke. Brow blade is really good. It's just the shades. The shades are wonky, and it takes a minute to find the right shade in it, but Taupe Trap is definitely my favorite shade, and I'm going to be getting a backup of this. So let me get into some tips that I can share with you guys that I feel like will help you to keep to a budget during the Sephora sale. I know that there's a lot of, financial hardships going on all over the world right now. And I am going to be budgeting myself. So these are the steps that I'm going to be taking to make sure that I am not tempted to buy things that I don't need. But I'm going to share with you guys some tips on things that will help you guys to stick to a budget. So number one, make a list. Go through your makeup collection. Pull out the items that you use on a daily basis, like I just did. I use the Hourglass powder. I use the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I use my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. I use my setting spray, my skincare, okay? So make your budget. Figure out exactly what you can financially afford right now. Write that number down. Go through your entire collection. See what products you're using on a daily basis. Write it down, how much you have left of it, if it's something that you're almost out of. So write the price down so that you can add it all up. And I recommend doing your list now. Don't wait until right before the sale. You need to be prepared way long before the sale begins. Once you've created that list and you have your budget down, start going through that list and knocking out products that you may not need right now. You may be able to wait for a few months before you need to pick up that product. I'm going to be making two different budgets. I'm going to have one for skincare and one for makeup. So those are two different budgets, but you guys might have just one budget, and knock that list out. And then once you have your list, when your sale is ready and you can start buying, I would buy it and be done with it. Now, if you are an impulse buyer, from that point on, once you make your purchase, do not go back on the Sephora website until the sale is over. And I would also recommend not watching any videos of big Sephora hauls. It will entice you or tempt you to buy things that you may not need. So just be very careful about some of the content that you're watching. Wait until the sale is over and you're no longer tempted. Because that seems to be the big thing, is that once the Sephora sale has started, and once it starts to get towards the middle of it, people start uploading a lot of different videos of big Sephora hauls. And I just feel like that might be a little bit too tempting, is if you're an impulse buyer. You can control your impulses, then watch away and have a blast watching somebody else, go through all the stuff that they bought. Because watching doesn't bother me, but I know there's a lot of people that watching, big hauls are harder for them. So just be mindful of the decisions that you're making, and make sure that you've made a clear budget for yourself, and make sure that you stick to that budget. And like I said, once you make that purchase, just don't go back on the Sephora website till the sale is over. I knew that I was not going to be buying anything from the recent Nordstrom sale. So I never went on the Nordstrom's website. I have a Nordstrom's card and I have, you know, I have plenty of credit left to use it, but I didn't want to use my credit and I didn't want to buy anything. And so I just never went on the Nordstrom website during the sale. And I don't know what I missed and I don't care. It's fine. I will pick it up later on. I don't really need anything, you know? So I had to make a decision, you know, because I have a tendency to be an impulse buyer. I'm going to be honest. I am. So I had to make that decision. Is this something that I need? No, it's really not. It's not anything I need. There's nothing on that Nordstrom website that I needed. So I just didn't get it. I didn't go on there. And that was just that was the best thing for me personally. I recommend, you know, considering your habits, you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses. Get your game plan ready based on those strengths and weaknesses. I think that will really help you guys. But I hope that this video was helpful for you. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me. Definitely head over to Ashley's channel. She's amazing and show her some love. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box down below. Thank you again, Ashley, for sending me all those goodie products and just being always so kind and so supportive. You are seriously the sweetest and I cannot thank you enough. Also, if you guys are curious on this makeup look, I will be uploading it on Instagram later today and it'll just be one of those quick 1-minute videos that I've been actually really enjoying doing. I will link my Instagram in the description box down below, but I'm going to do kind of just a 1-minute quick tutorial on how I created this look. Really fun and it totally matches my outfit. So there you go. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful weekend and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.